Welcome. This is a quick video on the new discovery of wisdom that the Holy Spirit gave me concerning how to trade with these lines down here in region 2. All right, let's do some examples. Here on the right is gold. Here on the left is the ES. Let's focus on the gold. Here we see a very nice run up. And how does that look? Essentially, what you're looking for is the white MACD. Has the white MACD created its lowest valley in this case? Yes. Then you ask yourself, that's signal 1. Then you ask yourself, are all the lines above the white MACD? Yes. The volume got above the white MACD as well as the Arun, which is this dashed line. The volume is the dotted line. And the blue MACD. By all means, when you see this at the right edge, and this is how it would look in real time, you'd go in. You'd go in and take that long. Yep, take that long. And we would stay in that long because our exit condition is when the blue MACD goes back outside of the lower mids or crosses down through the zero to go outside the lower mids. So we would still stay in here even though we had a zero cross down, because the Arun indicator is still above the white MACD.
Yes.
The volume is still above the zero. Yes, we stay in. Do we get out here as we approach the lower danger zone? No, because the Arun oscillator is still above the zero. Let me mute that so it doesn't disturb our monologue. So we still stay with it. Still stay with it. Still stay with it. Now, when you see two lines ganging up together like the Arun or the volume and the blue working together, then yeah, you may consider wanting to get out. But right now, we get out, actually. Right now, we get out. And here's the reason why. When you see the white MACD go down color, we get out. If you didn't see that, we would still, quote-unquote, stay in because the volume hasn't made it zero cross down. So let's see what happens if we didn't get out. We stay in, we stay in, we stay in because the volume hasn't made it down to the zero yet. We still stay in, we still stay in, we still stay in. Now we see the Arun and the volume kind of ganging up together, but we have a white MACD, so we're still staying in. We're still stayed in, we still stayed in. Now we have a change in color again, but the volume is still above the zero. So we stay in, now we get out. Right there is the time to get out. Why? Because everybody got together, the Arun and the volume ganged up. You have a down color, and once again, you're outside of the lower mids with the blue MACD. That's the exit. But yeah, you could have taken profit right there, saying that, oh, we've already created the highest peak, so we're on the trailing edge. Yeah, I'm going to take my profit and exit. And that would have been a wonderful long. Now let's look at this short and how it manifested in taking it. Now what I'm saying here in gold applies to the ES. It's the same principle. So here we created our highest peak, a highest peak 2 on the blue. The blue, what happened here is the white is outside the danger zone, which is a good indication that we can take it, because if it remains in the danger zone, things are going to be flattish and we're not really going to go much of anywhere, like right here. No, it's not worth it. And the other thing that you see here once we have this at the edge is that the blue went outside the danger zone, but we don't have the Arun with us yet. So now the Arun is with us, but the volume is not with us. So we would not take this because the volume is not with us. The volume has to be with us. Right there, the volume is with us, going our way, everybody going down, the white entering into the danger zone, but kind of looking flattish. But yes, we can take that for a short. And we stay with that short Stay with that short, stay with that short, because everybody's kind of pulling down, especially the blue. Stay with that short right here. We're getting a change. So yeah, you could take your profit right here at the color change of both the volume and the blue. But since the Arun is still down here and everybody is kind of like separated, oh, not anymore. But it's still everybody's kind of separated, and the white MACD has made it down below the zero. Yeah, I'd get out. It's really safer to get out because here's another secret that you need to remember. Put this down in your notes. We're doing a contraction. White MACD is headed towards the MACD 0. Price action is headed down to the 60. When you do a contraction, you want to exit when the blue and the volume are in agreement against you. You want to exit when the blue and the volume is in agreement against you when you're taking a contraction. When you're taking a contraction. Price action moving towards the 60, the white MACD moving towards the MACD 0. So yes, that was appropriate for us to get out. And then we'd pick it up again right about here. Everybody is together, dark colors. We would stay, we would stay, we would still stay because volume is headed down. And now we'd get out. Why? Because white MACD turned the up color. Yeah, we could still stay the course and stay down. Why? Because volume is still down here. If volume makes it up to the danger zone, yeah, that's the time to get out. So let's find out when the time to get out is, when volume makes it to the danger zone. See, that's still a short, still a short. We stay in. So we don't need to get out here. Why? Because volume is outside of the danger zone. Even though the Arun is moving back and forth across the white, it doesn't matter. As long as volume is outside the danger zone and the blue doesn't head out towards the mids, we stay in. We stay in, we stay in. Now we get out because everybody is working together for the up. That's how you use these indicators in order to stay in longer, because as a sprinter, we would have gotten out right here. Well, actually, we would have gotten out, yeah, we would have gotten out right about here as a sprinter. But if you know that the blue is still staying on there, is hanging on there, and the volume is still headed down in your favor, and the blue MACD did not pop out towards the mids, upper mids in this case, yeah, stay in there because you're still a continued down. As long as the blue remains blue down color, still a continued down. Until finally right here where everybody's working and the blue goes outside the danger zone, upper danger zone, yeah, time to get out. Time to get out. So that's how you would play that. Now let's take the example on the S&P. Let's find a nice uptrend right here. Let's put that on the edge. Okay. So this is happening. You notice that everybody is working together for an up. Yet, would we take it? And the reason, the answer is no. Why would we not take an up? Because the volume is not in the danger zone. So we stay out of this, stay out of this, stay out of this until we still stay out of it because blue is against us. We still stay out of it. 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 Now we can decide, oh, we broke through the R1 resistance. Okay, maybe it's time for us to go in it. But let's see what volume does. Volume is now headed towards the danger zone. Yeah, we go in. Take that long. Right here is even a safer entry to take that long. Blue is above the white. Arun is above the white. Volume in the danger zone. Yes, we stay in there until our exit would be when blue heads outside of the lower mids with volume in agreement against you. So right now, with everybody separated like this, the Arun is far away, the blue is separated from the volume, even though it's a down color. As long as the Arun is up there, and hopefully will turn up, the uptrend will continue. So we stay with it, we stay with it, we stay with it, we stay with it, because now is when we would exit, because the blue and the volume met together to get out of the danger zone. However, you notice that the Arun just went flat. You can risk staying in because the Arun did not cross down on the white. Let's see what happens next. Too late. You paid for it. So that's the end of that uptrend. We can pick it up again later on. Right there. Everybody crossing up through the zero, including the price action, go ahead and take that long. And we stay in that long, 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 and get out. Why do we get out here? Because volume is working with the blue, and that's going to be strong, as well as the Arun went sideways. Can we risk staying in? I wouldn't, because it doesn't pay to risk staying in when you have the indicators to get out. Here we have the indicators to get out because of the volume and the blue working together to get outside of the lower danger zone, and you should get out and take profit. Go in again when everybody's working with you. Now let's see what happens if we didn't get out. Right now, I would have gotten out. So if we didn't get out, it's still an up. We still stay in. Now I would get out again. But as you can see, the Arun is still going up, so we stay in. We now have a dark color on the white MACD, and everybody's together. I'd get out. I'd get out, even though the Arun is going up. I'd get out. And there you go. Price action went down. That's how you play these lines. Now, let's review it again on how we would take this short on the ES. But let me see if I could find a much more better example for that short. Actually, the market has been wanting to go up. No shorts. All right. Here's a good example. All right, okay, so we see this. We've come off of a long. Everything looks good for us to take a long. Even the volume made it into the danger zone. So yeah, go ahead and take that long. We would stay in that long, stay in that long, stay in that long until right there you get out. Because both volume and blue are working against you now, and a short will begin. Now that we know a short is going to begin, once the Arun crosses down below the white MACD, yeah, go ahead and take that short. And since the volume and the blue is outside the lower mids, yeah, stay in that short. We still stay in it, we still stay in it, even though blue and volume were working together for this uptrend, we'd still stay in it. Because our exit condition is going to be when blue takes off, goes above the upper danger zone. So we stay with this short, we stay with this short, we stay with this short, we still stay with this short because blue has not gone above the upper danger zone. And volume is once again below the mids. So as long as volume remains below the mids, that white MACD is going to continue down. Beautiful, isn't it? White MACD is still going to continue down. Now we see the blue getting out of the upper danger zone. But we ask, where is the volume? The volume is still outside the lower mids and did not make any headway into the danger zone. So we stay in. Even though we have a white up color on the MACD, white MACD, we stay in. We still stay in. We still stay in. we still stay in. Now, oh, it didn't make it there. So now we're still staying in. We're still staying in, we're still staying in. But the point is that why risk this? Once you see the blue MACD get out of the upper danger zone, when you're in a short, take profit and secure it. Because waiting for the volume, the dots, to go back into the danger zone, you're going to give up a lot if it comes to fruition and continues back up. So secure your profit once the blue MACD exits the danger zone against you. So right now we can still stay in. We still stay in, or what we can do, if we did get out, we get in again for the short. And we would still stay in that short, 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 until right there as we're ready to head back out again, and the volume is now headed back into the danger zone. But, yep, right there. We're out. But it's still continued down. We can go ahead and go back in for the short as the volume turns down back, going outside the lower mids. And what did we say? As long as the volume remains outside the mids, it's still a continued down, and we won't get out again until the blue gets outside of the upper danger zone. So right there, we take profit again. So we take profit there, we take profit there, we take profit there on our shorts, going in again and then taking profit when the blue MACD gets out of the danger zone. And as you can see, this continues fairly remaining down, and this is the recovery side. And even the recovery side, it's kind of risky to take a long. Since it was a long going down, you really have to wait until the price action goes back above the zero before you risk taking a long. Otherwise, you're going to pay for it. So right there, as the price action goes above the zero, everything is in your favor. Even though volume is outside the lower mids, yeah, go ahead and take it, because you've got a white MACD. Once you see a blue or the volume, the blue MACD line go outside the lower mids, time for you to get out right there. Time for you to take profit. Even though everybody is nicely separated, that the uptrend is still going to continue. Let's look and see. Yep. Well, actually, the sideways is going to continue. It's not going to be much of an uptrend because volume is still below the lower mids. But the sideways will continue. Yep. You don't want to play this because it's sideways. You don't want to play it. And you don't want to play the short either because of the flatness. No, not the flatness. Because of the Arun essentially staying pretty much close and above the down color white MACD. So you don't want to play this. Not until you get here when the volume is working with the blue. But again, you would notice that, nope, since we're taking a long way to unwind and pretty much flattish on the white MACD, nothing to do unless we bounce off the MACD 0 or we go through it for the downside. So here, nothing to do. Just stay out of this downward trend because there's nothing to do. Essentially what's happening is that the volume being outside the mids here balances the white MACD being above the 0, and we are essentially just going sideways. No movement. No movement at all until right here again, where blue gets outside of the danger zone, Arun is with you, volume approach the danger zone. Volume is in the danger zone. Yep, you could take that until you need to take profit again right there. Although You would think you would not because the Arun is going up. So you could risk staying in, but no, why risk it? Because this is what happens. The Arun suddenly plunges and you've got a down color on your white MACD. So forget it. When you see the blue approach the lower danger zone, you just take profit. Just take profit. That's it. That's the short video. I hope it makes sense. Just replay the video over and over again until it makes sense to you. But that's the secret in using these lines. The danger zone becomes very important in relation with the blue MACD, because once you're in position, you don't get out until the blue MACD goes to the opposite, exits the opposite danger zone. Many blessings. Take care.